Well, good morning, gardeners and homesteaders. It's a cold day here in coastal North Carolina. It was 27 degrees last night, so today it's right around 45. And I just want to check on the garden, and I'm going to try and get this low tunnel heated up. So we put a temperature sensor in it to see how it compares from the low tunnel to outside to the greenhouse and the temperature, and then we're going to try and up that a little bit more, so we'll be about the same temperature tonight. So it's going to be a good test to see what we can do. Now, I did a video a couple videos ago. I was telling you guys about how to not how, but your seed starting dates are earlier than you realize they are, and I had a lot of questions about it. I mean, just a lot of questions, specific questions too. So I want to go ahead and say, if you guys want, we're going to start making seed starting date charts for people. And if you're interested and you want one, you can email me at Sandy Bottom Homestead, give me the town that you're in, and we will make one specific to your area for you. And for right now, the first 10 people that do it, we're going to do them for $5. So we'll put it together for you, your seed starting dates, get them emailed to you so that you can use them. It'll have all of your frost dates and zone. Not that that really matters, but you know, there is that. So we'll put that on there, and then hopefully get you guys so you can have a more productive garden. So just email me at sandybottomhomestead@gmail.com, and we can get those started. There'll be a link below too with the email. There'll be a little line with the email that says, you know, get your seed starting chart here. And we'll see if we can get some people helping, because that's really what I want to do, is just help people be more productive in their gardens and get growing faster. So we're going to do that, but on to the regular part of the video. We're going to check this low tunnel out and see what happened in there last night, and just see how things are progressing. I have absolutely no clue what's going on in this, so let's check it out. What would you say? It's doing fine, but I didn't expect it not to be. Put the temperature sensor in there last night, and typically what I do is I check it before I go to bed and right when I wake up, and usually I wake up right before the sun, and that's typically speaking the coldest part of the night is right before sunrise. So if you can make it through that, you're good. Like I said, it was 27 degrees out here last night, and it was 28 degrees in there, and there was absolutely nothing going on in there, nothing to help it, nothing at all. I'll show you just to reiterate what happened, because we're going to try and change that tonight. So you can see in here there was anything to add heat in here at all. And the key to all of this is not only did it stay a degree warmer, as soon as the sun hit it, it was 10 degrees warmer. And if you remember correctly, and if you don't, there's another video back there, and I don't know which one to link you guys to. I apologize. I usually put one video at the end. I'll figure out which one to link to. But I did one about how the rebound temperature is what really makes a difference in your garden. So we were able to do that, but we're going to take this right here and stick it in there. I was out here washing vegetables yesterday, and I used this bucket to catch everything, all the water, and the handle's gone. So we're not going to use that bucket. That is a damn shame. But we're going to fill up a different bucket. But we're going to put a bucket of water in there, and we're going to see how that will help the temperatures through the night, and see if we can get that bucket warm enough to make it warmer in there. And I'll explain to you how that works. If there's one thing I hate doing anything in the winter more, it's messing with water. As a matter of fact, I got an idea for that. Hold on one second. Not so fancy gloves here that I used to use when I was a commercial fisherman and when I was a scientist on the boats, that worked really well to keep my hands dry, which for this project, that's what I'm gonna need. All right. So let me pour this in, and then we'll get her set up. All right, so luckily, man, this bucket's heavy. In my area, we're not gonna really be getting like we get cold, then we get warm, then we get cold and we get warm. We get what I call the yo-yo season. So I left this, and I didn't do this intentionally, but there's this part in the bed. Looks like it's just right to set this bucket in. So we're gonna put it in here, right there, and then simply close it back up. And that's all we're gonna do. So the way it works is, and it was actually kind of good that that white bucket did not have a handle on it, because the black bucket or the dark blue bucket will soak in the heat more, warm that water, and then it will release that heat overnight. So you can see here in the greenhouse, in the back corner there, we've got two large buckets or two large containers that do the same thing. So, ooh, the heat came out of there, felt real good. So we're gonna do the same thing. And I'm gonna monitor the temperatures tonight. Now, the greenhouse stays 5 degrees warmer at night because of those two 20-gallon containers. So it's 40 gallons of water in there painted black. And that does make a difference to raise the temperature in there by 5 degrees. So what you may be thinking is, well, how is it that this 5-gallon bucket could help raise the temperature in there when you have 40 gallons in there? And the answer is simple. It's a smaller area, so you don't need as much to do it. I've done this in many different iterations before, which I'll go over. I just found the piece to the puzzle that I was missing. So once we get the test on this, we're gonna see how it does, how warm it does. And unfortunately, the way it's gonna end up working is I'm gonna have to wait for another cold night in order to test the next method, but we are going to test it, and I'll show you the difference in what it does. And it may not make a difference, I don't know. But this is gonna be really good because that small area can heat up a lot faster, and then it's just gonna radiate. It's not gonna keep tomatoes good. It's not gonna do anything crazy, but the lettuce can be kind of tender, especially when you get repeated over and over cold, freezing temperatures. It can make a big difference. So we want to extend that harvest because we wanna empty that bed out. The goal, and I say it in most videos this time of year, is get this bed completely empty and let it rest. But we can't do that. We don't want to just harvest everything and just have, 15, 20 heads of lettuce, even though we've got a lot of the micro heads in there. We still don't want to have all of that in our refrigerator at once. We want to be able to space it out a little bit, and over the coming weeks, just empty it out on our own accord and not be rushed. So I'm gonna button this thing up when I get done here, get it all nice and tight, and then let the heat from the sun, as it turns the corner, it's gonna start heating it up, and then it's gonna heat that water up hopefully, and we can kind of see what it's gonna do. But this is a simple method, cost-free. All you need is a bucket and some water, and it will make a difference. So it's exciting to see. I hope this helps you guys out. Just keeping your low tunnels a little bit warmer can make all the difference in the world when you're growing the correct crops. And don't forget, if you do want a customized planting chart for your area, please email me at Sandy Bottom Homestead. Give me your information. We'll take a payment. Remember, the first 10 people will get it for $5, and then that's 50% off. And then we'll see after that if we want to extend it or just go to full price. It depends how popular it is. But I think it will help you guys. Once I made myself a chart, it made all the difference in the world, and I was able to really up my production in my garden to a new level because I had all the dates ready and I could get everything out at the appropriate time. And my bolting in the spring, yeah, it got limited dramatically. Goodbye.